This week, we're staying in Mackinaw City at Mackinaw Mill Creek Campground. The campground is located on Lake Huron with stunning views of the Mackinaw Bridge as well as Mackinaw Island. There is a great opportunity to watch ferries travel back and forth from the island to the city. Most evenings, we sit on the shoreline and enjoy watching the sunsets. They're calling for quarter-size hail, so we're kind of paying attention. Yeah, there's a couple of pieces bouncing off like there it is. But they're all pretty small right now.
Wow, that was like the exact moment it started hailing.
Yeah.
That might have been it, just that one little band.
There's another band that's way heavier.
Is it?
Yeah, they're calling for quarter-size hail, so we're hoping that the little pea-size hail that we're getting right now is as big as it's gonna get. And just as soon as it started, the hail vanished without any damage to the tractor trailer. Michilimackinac, that's not a tongue twister at all, is Michigan's second state park.
Established in 1909.
Yeah. It's a pretty gloomy day out, so we decided what better...
It's a gloomy day, so what better way to spend it than
Fun.
coming to a lighthouse?
Like going to a lighthouse.
This is also the Shipwreck Museum. Is this where? No, this is not. That's across in the UP. We get to learn about the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah. This is just like, I mean, there is a shipwreck, but we're just going to the lighthouse today.
Yeah.
And we can see the Mackinaw Bridge from here, but it's pretty foggy, so not so great. This is Mackinaw.
Mackinac. Mackinaw.
Out here on the Great Lakes, or in the water in general, they're all trying to send one of two messages to the sailors in the water. Now that message is either come this direction or to stay away. And here at Mackinaw Point, the message they were trying to send was to stay away. Reason for that is that if you look out behind me, you'll notice there's a color difference out there. There's the light area and then there's the dark area. Now the light area is that shallow part. That shallow part wraps around the northern tip up here and forms a shelf line that goes about 4 feet deep. And before the station was established in 1889, they knew that ships could potentially cut the corner off of the east side too early and could run aground and wreck. So here on our site, we're using about 4 different methods to help send that message to the sailors in the water. Though I'm going to only talk about one, and that's the fog signal. From off view, I'm going to go through the sound sequence process, blasting it 3 times, give you an idea how it repeats itself. So it will be quite loud. It does register between 80 and 120 decibels of sound. Sound is a fog whistle! Sound is a fog whistle! Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 17 seconds of silence. I don't know if you're able to get the echo coming across the lakes. So I'm going to get going in 3, 2, 1. Now 33 seconds of silence. During the 33 seconds of silence, the steam or the air would be building up again to start all over. As you can see, there's a reason why they wanted to move the whistle from the south of the roof to the north of the building. And on a good day, I mean on a really good day, if all the wind and the weather is going the right direction, you can hear this over on Mackinaw Island, which is 7 miles from here. I'm going to go in 10 seconds. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so, that is how our whistle here at Old Mackinaw Point Lighthouse was utilized to send the message to the sailors in the water and how it worked.
That was fun. We just visited our first lighthouse.
Yes.
That was interesting. I always thought lighthouses were just like, hey, I'm here. More like there's a point here. I didn't realize that there were different types of lighthouses. Some saying it's okay to be here, and some saying don't come here, and that this one worked in conjunction with a whistle and a foghorn and a light.
And their message was don't come here.
Right, because it's about 100 yards in. The water's only like 4 feet deep.
Yep.
And so they wanted to keep people away from the point. I also didn't realize until this that all the mechanics are kind of the same as like a grandfather clock. And so there's a weight that pulls down that moves the gears around. Mm-hmm. And essentially every 3 hours someone had to reset it so that it would continue to run.
Which grandfather clocks are typically on either a 12-hour or 24-hour schedule. So I want to know why they didn't build it on a 12-hour or 24-hour schedule.
That's all has to do with height.
No.
Yeah, because the taller you are, the longer it can run.
Well, yeah. But they would have just had to put a heavier weight to slow it down.
A lighter weight.
Or lighter weight.
A lighter weight would slow it down. Yeah, but they had a rotation that they wanted. They wanted it to flash every, was it 10 seconds?
Yes.
It was something like that. So, because they wanted it to flash every 10 seconds, it had to be on a certain weight. The only way to make that a longer period would be to make the lighthouse taller, which I assume when it was built probably wasn't available.
It wasn't an option.
Well, I think it's harder to build stuff tall when you don't have all the cranes and stuff like that.
And we noted that not many occupations give you room and board. And so there were 2 lightkeepers at one time that worked that alternated duties, and you got free room and board for it. And it was a job taken very seriously, and the tenures of them were very long.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. It was very interesting. We got up into into where the light was and got to do that. We got to sit in the watch area. Mm-hmm. That room is like a lot smaller than I thought it was. There were 6 of us up there. It looks really small from here. Which it was more about watching the light itself than it was watching out the windows or anything like that. But yeah, it was a good time. I'm glad we did it.
Yep. And later this week, we will go to Mackinac Island. Mackinaw Island.
Yeah.
Over 80% of Mackinac Island is state park property, and most of the parkland remains in its natural condition. It is said that over 1 million people visit the island each year. The streets have been car-free for over 100 years, which means everything is accessible by foot, bike, or horse. There are over 1,400 bicycles for rent, and several sightseeing carriages or horse-drawn taxis to get around. Some pretty heavy breathing here because this uphill is much steeper than you think. Can kind of see the downhill that we just walked from the visitor center, which is that white building down there. And then Nick is already ahead of me. Oh my goodness gracious. That's why they have a bench up here, is to take a little bit of a break. This is Fort Mackinac. I don't think we're going to go inside because we are very limited on our schedule today. So we're going to view it from the outside. And it's definitely on a hill on the island, so you had the vantage point of looking down the hill. Nick.
Yes.
Yesterday, where did we go?
We went to the lighthouse.
We went to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
What number state park was it?
I don't recall. 1, 2?
It's the second state park in Michigan.
Okay.
Do you know what number state park this is?
1.
Yes.
This is the first state park in Michigan?
This is the first state park.
I was asking...
Yesterday was the second state park. We are headed to the Somewhere in Time gazebo. Our neighbor at the campground told me I had to watch the movie before we came to Mackinac Island, and guess what? I forgot. But we're gonna go check out the gazebo, and then we're gonna watch the movie later. Okay.
Something like that.
Oh, it's closed. But if it weren't, this is the gazebo.
Oh, the sign's over there.
This is a little trail just past the gazebo. We're gonna see what it leads to.
Oh, it's like an overlook of the town.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is cool. Oh, you can see the bridge, sorta, because it's so foggy today.
This is Mackinac Island transition.
This is one transition zone. There's plenty throughout the island.
Transition spills down here.
The way that we saw it on the boat, you can't see it that way.
No, not really.
So that was a way cooler. It's a way cooler shot of it.
Our campground is somewhere like in that area there. And the bridge is over there, but unseeable on the video because it's not a super clear day. And the two lighthouses, one I assume is Mackinac and one is Round Island. Actually, that one I'm sure is Round Island because it's on, I think there's a connection to the island. This one's out in the water, so I think it's Mackinac. Mary's Bistro Draft House. We're gonna head in for lunch.
We had a relaxing lunch on the harbor, watching ferries load and unload passengers. We ordered cheese curds, as well as Michigan chicken salad sandwich and a pulled pork grilled cheese sandwich. Next, we found a local shop to try some world-famous Mackinaw Fudge. Do you want to try this place? In peak season, more than 10 tons of Michigan sugar is transported to Mackinac Island each week. And yes, it's all transported by ferry and then horse-drawn to its final location. It must be. There's no way I can have that
Worst job on the island.
I wouldn't be able to see over the luggage. One of the things we like to do when we travel is send postcards to family and friends. So today, while we're on Mackinac Island, we're going to send one to Nick Smile. If you'd like to receive a postcard from our travels, please consider joining our Patreon.
It's gone. All right.
At the end of the week, we cross the Mackinaw Bridge into Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Next week, we'll head to Sault Ste. Marie and watch some freight liners from the shoreline. Thanks for watching!